What is up, everybody? We are live from New York City, from local NYC. We got Knicks fans here, we got Hawks fans here. We got giveaways. Let's go.
Well, the top side streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are here. It is loud, so Wi-Fi might be shoddy. But here's a little fun thing we're doing today. We're giving away a legendary Emmanuel Quickley hollow moment. That's what's happening today. So go ahead, ready? We're getting it started. You can already see the chat getting fired up. You can throw hashtag Quick in there, okay? You're gonna like the stream. You have to subscribe to Team Hold. Hashtag Quick gets you a shot at your Emmanuel Quickley legendary moment. We're gonna spin that in a little bit. We're gonna have some guests come on. We got a lot of fired up stuff ready to go. Orland Sands looking very northeast this morning. Let me know how bad the audio is and how bad the Wi-Fi is. Put that in the chat. I also want to do something else. I'm gonna show you. Oops, didn't work. I'm going to give you a little mobile experience of what's happening in the New York City streets right now. People are saying the Atlanta internet is better than the Wi-Fi internet. I agree with that. There's less buildings, so that's part of it. Oh man, I had this like mobile experience I was ready to cook with. Audio is as bad as it gets. Hell yeah. It's gonna be loud. It is gonna be loud in here. We're competing with the audio and Wi-Fi sound exactly like the heart of New York. Honestly, that's the New York experience. We got JP's in the house. You can't see him right now, but we're taking a photo with him. And I swear to God, if we can get back in here, I'm going to give you the mobile experience. We got the Settlement Bros are here. Here we go. Enter the studio. I see Captain Flipstick is in here. I see Stan, Nicholas Young. I know it's loud. I know it's loud, people, but you're just going to have to deal with that. Here we go. I'm about to, before, we got a guest coming on momentarily. Before we get this coming on, get that microphone. Look at this. This is what we're working with. We get the Settlement Bros over there. We get some Knicks fans. We got some more Knicks fans over here. Then we come around the corner. More Knicks fans. Like one Hawk fan. With the Flames bumping, Max is waving. He was on stream before. Now it's double to carry. I'm going to take that off screen. All right, just a reminder. Like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold, put hashtag Quick in the chat for a chance at Emmanuel Quickley. What I'm going to do now is bring on a guest, so that way you don't have to hear how loud it is in here. We're going to bring on our man Jimmy. You might remember him as the co-captain of the Atlanta Hawks. Jimmy in Atlanta in a safe space. Jimmy, what's going on, man?
It's a little bit quieter, a little bit calmer here, but thanks for having us on. And shout out to you, shout out to Eric and all the folks that are kicking off this Atlanta-New York rivalry.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. There's a lot of people here right now. I'd say we're at like 30 or so, which is pretty exciting considering it's still workouts. You know what I'm saying? It's still 9 to 5, but people are like, you know what? We'll go. We'll get a drink.
Yeah, you may get a Slack noise or two in the background over here too.
That's because you're a working adult, Jimmy. Jimmy,
know.
how are you feeling about tonight's Hawks Knicks game?
I don't know. It's Sunday left a lot to be, or sorry, Monday left a lot to be desired, but it's Trey and it's the Garden, so we'll see how that goes. Pretty excited. No, that's a good game for him. So
Yeah, this should be a fun one. I feel like that Hawks Raptors game felt like not like the norm. You know what I'm saying? The Raptors got ahead, and then it was dust after that. Old Hazel
Yeah.
is saying, "Do I get a bonus entry for buying me a beer?" I do think that is in play. I do think we can add you.
I think bribery is there.
Yeah, Jimmy, talk to me a little bit. I know we just did an event with the Hawks captains, but talk to me a little bit about some of the stuff the Hawks community's been getting after.
Yeah, so I think timely discussion tomorrow. I think you all have been well aware, and if you haven't, we can share some information out about our engagement here, philanthropically in the community. You all have been generous in engagement, and there's a park here in Atlanta called Adair Park. It's a historical community that's been, through a lot and been on the up and up lately. They've got a grand opening for a playground there. But for our engagement with them, it's working with partners like SCAD, Savannah College Art and Design, Art in the Paint, who's a collaborator with Project Backboard to refurbish and resurface a court. Get some seating, get kind of a community anchor down there. It's about 2 miles from the arena. It's a great meeting spot. It's a great little community. I've got an opportunity to kind of be there for that grand opening for the playground. We've got some stuff planned as we get some more, bleachers and some more things put in place. So really excited about that. We've got, quite a few more games of tickets of giveaways to do. We've got Veterans Night coming, and we'll have some veterans take our seats and head to that game. But we've got everybody up there tonight for New York, Atlanta. Giveaways and giveaways through our Discord, giveaways through our Twitter, just trying to find a lot of different ways to engage the community. We've also got a little Mohawks challenge that we've kicked off, leveraging floats, just trying to keep people engaged and to keep people running ahead. And we've got more details on that soon, not for today's stream, but just trying to find all sorts of different ways to engage the community for sure.
I love that. I wanted to ask, I like when I get captains to come on the stream, and I apologize, it's getting louder and louder in here as well.
As it should be.
Yeah, it's getting pretty wild in here, considering it's still daytime out here. But one of the things I like asking the captains is what is one of the things that's a more challenging aspect of this role that people might not realize when it's happening? You know what I mean? Because you guys are committing a lot of time and energy and effort to making a lot of this stuff truly in a volunteer role. So what's some of behind the scenes, some of the trickier stuff about taking a role on it?
Yeah, it's I think you hit it right. We're volunteers. It's logistics. It's it's something we're passionate about. It's something that we're happy to do. We love the Hawks. We love the Top Shot community. It was a great fit for us. What better way to be able to give back than to give back through something we enjoy and something we can all anchor around. But the logistics to make that happen, the partners that it takes, just to have you down to Atlanta, to have you connect up there in New York, you're not a difficult person to reach, but right, that's still logistics and still things we have to work out. And, between Eric and I, like you said, working adults, don't know about the responsible part, but those logistics take a lot of work. And although challenging, has been incredibly rewarding to meet some of the folks that we've met. We've gotten a chance to connect, had some great guests down here in Atlanta. The community partners that we've built, the challenge doesn't go without reward.
Sorry, I keep getting ready to talk, and then I'm reminding myself that I mute as I go. And you're totally right, though. I think people underestimate how many freaking emails or DMs or whatever it is you have to send just in order to coordinate something like this. And just so I know where you are right now, you're not seeing some of this, but I wanted to, as it's starting to fill up, give you a feel of what's happening over here, right?
Starting to fill in.
right, we're starting to see some people behind the scenes, and then as we come around here, there's some poster boards repping all the stuff that Top Shot's doing. But I mean, we're like filling up here. We're filling up, and it's like,
I see a good deal of Hawks fans there, so that's good. But
all right, you're lying. There's only like a couple of Hawks fans. But no, it's so cool, like seeing this happen and come together. And I was talking to a couple of Knicks collectors before we went live, and just like, it's easy to talk about how our bag should be up higher. Like, of course, everyone feels that way. But when you're able to have events like this, where like a shared group of people or people with a shared passion coming together and just being able to hang out and enjoy each other, I mean, that goes a long way. So you guys should be like applauded for the amount of work you put into your like specific community, but the captains in general,
Yeah, I think the captain community, that was a great idea. Dapper from the community, from each of those communities, whether it's the team captains, it's Nine Lives Lounge, a lot of those, like, again, Collectors Club, you name it, right? Team Hold, like all these groups, right? We're setting up around, it's all around community. Right, the concept of Web3, it's all around community. It's not, you're not blowing smoke, right? Like, yeah, we all want our bags to be higher. We all want to be in a better position. We want this thing, but ultimately we want this thing to succeed. Part of that, yeah, if we can benefit financially, why would we not? But part of that's also like, the community that we've built, we want to see that community prosper. We want to engage. We want to bring more people along for the ride. And like you said, like the team captains programs and what the different team captains are doing, some of the other communities, like it's fantastic for these groups to have avenues to engage that they may not have had before.
Dude, absolutely. And I like, speaking on the team captains too, I just want to shout out one Dapper guy, JP, who does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff for the team captains. And I think a role like that he has was appreciated sometimes because he is coordinating not only with the Hawks captains, but with all of the different captains who put on a bunch of different in real life events, but also web events. And that's a ton of work. And in a perfect world, right, he would oversee like 5 other people that would then work from the team captain. And he's doing it on his own. And we've talked about this a few times, like outside of Magic Johnson and Kate Cunningham, but if you look at the past year of all of the things that Dapper has done well, and I can see my Wi-Fi's bad, Jimmy, so if it goes really bad, let me know.
It's real good.
But if you look at everything that Top Shot has done over the past year, and you think about what are the things that have inspired the community, that have made us excited about the Top Shot platform, it's the stuff that like JP and the captains have put together. It's those in real life events where they've worked with these sub communities to maintain that level of excitement and value in the products, because it's not necessarily coming from some of the bigger things that they've been doing. So I just think it's important to highlight not only the work that captains are doing, but again, JP. It's just like a goat amongst those streets, and I'm sure you've had plenty of conversations with him. He's the best.
Yeah, JP, I mean, Blazer fan as a volunteer, got a lot of other folks that are doing like a heck of a job coordinating. But I mean, JP's awesome. There are saints across the board there that have been helping us out.
Yeah, I mean, he helped us plan the Vegas event, and we are the worst to deal with. And for him to help us put together an event, it's just fire. So
absolutely.
Shout them out. How have you been feeling? So the last time I saw you, the Knicks dismantled the Rockets, and then they just like moved on. How have you been feeling? I know you had a tough one against the Raptors. Just Hawks in general, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm still feeling. I'm still feeling top 4. I've kind of set a top 4, just home court advantage in the playoffs. I felt like that going into the season. I saw a lot of things I liked early. I know we played a lot of lottery-oriented teams, or teams that aren't necessarily gonna do too much through the season, but the Raptors woke us up a little bit, I think. The Bucks woke us up a little bit, I think. Those are great teams. Those are going to be great teams vying for playoff spots. But one of the things like we've got to do, with DeJounte, bringing him in, a lot of the changes on the roster, there's a lot of gelling. There's a lot of figuring out how to Trey and DeJounte play together. what's a night that Trey needs to take a back seat and let DeJounte run the show, vice versa. We got to figure that out. Nate McMillan's teams tend to turn it on later in the season. So I think if we can, the faster we can figure that out, the faster we can figure out that team chemistry, the better my pick looks.
No, I love it. I think they'll figure it out. I really do. They just get too much talent. I feel like they're going to be okay. I'm seeing the chat asking questions about the Hornets. I don't think we should spend any time at all talking about the Hornets. They are very bad players. Well, Jimmy, I wanted to ask you a little bit more about.
Charlotte's a nice city, though. So I will throw that out. I do like Charlotte as a city. Lived there for 3 years. Fantastic place.
Throw the city out on the team. But Jimmy, I wanted to ask, what has your Top Shot experience been lately? Like, how have you been dabbling in there? Have you been aggressive going after some stuff? Have you been sitting back? Like, what's your experience been so far?
Yeah, with the dynamic duos and squad goals, those were both things, like obviously late summer and preseason. Those were both things that I was, intermittent in challenges and still paying attention to good marketplace deals. They pulled me back a little bit. They were, it's unique. It was something different. There were things that, as you, from a completion perspective and what it took to get there, pretty close to EV plus, if not EV neutral, and but also very exciting and new mechanisms. They pulled me back as the new challenges, the Pro Series, and things like that have started to kick off. Like it's something that kind of got me in early. Back in the admittedly back in the days of spamming Discord links. All the way up to a much more sophisticated tool set and burning mechanisms and things like that now. I love that. Anxious to see how kind of the rest of the roadmap plays out. But between the challenges, kind of watching, what's going on. I'm always a sucker for Series 1. Just trying to monitor, a little bit of marketplace, a little bit of challenges, but I really like the speed at which some of these things, the challenges, are starting to tie into the games. There's more recency and more relevancy to what's happening on the court, and I think that's big for the collectors that are big time basketball heads too.
Yeah, I think they've done a really good job of continuing to tinker with the challenges a little bit. I think that's been pretty fun. Whether you've been participating in them or not, I still think it's been a good move. Is there anything? I apologize. I continue to pepper questions at you, but it keeps getting louder and louder in here.
Good.
Is there? And I'm also going to share a screen in a second to remind you guys what the prizes are. We're giving away an Emmanuel Quickley Legendary. So if you haven't liked the stream, subscribe to Team Holden with #Quick. Do that now. Is there anything you are specifically hoping for or looking forward to this season that you're hoping to see Top Shot either tinker with a little bit more, dabble in? Roll out, or anything that sticks out to you in that world?
That's a great. It's a good question. I mean, I would hate to not say something about, right, as these team captain programs have developed, continuing to invest in that type of community engagement. Sometimes and one of the things that I recognize is, right, a lot of our Discord, a lot of our fans, a lot of people that are Top Shot fans aren't here, right? They're not in Atlanta. They're not in New York. They can't get to a game. So I although it'll, you can't reach everybody with Japan and Paris and so on and so forth, the international games, engaging that community. I'm hoping that there's potentially more investment or more focus in communities that may not get a game, but may have a contingent of Top Shot fans. How can we continue to do that globally? How can we continue to do that around some of the communities? I think that's a big space for me. The other is I'm very interested in what net neutral means for from a moment and a volume perspective, and how that's going to play out, and what part have we already done and what part's coming.
I would love a definition of net neutral, not only for broad definition, but also how they define it. But I think you bring up a great point, and not to hammer that again, but truly, if we were to zoom out a little bit and think about what Top Shot's been for the last year, if you could name one thing, like the first thing that came to mind that they have done well is the captain's program. So investing in sub communities during a down market where like growth is not something that's happening makes so much fucking sense. So like I hope they continue to invest in that and not to take from that and like amplify those things, because if you're not interested in growing, you should be interested in investing in the people that are already
Absolutely.
growing.
Yeah.
And you
I
guys
mean,
have
it's
done great stuff.
yeah, it's you know, kind of taking this into my work life. You know, if you're in an up economy, if you're in a growing company, you are investing, you are trying to grow like crazy, you're trying to, you know, test so many things and figure out what sticks. If you're in a down environment, you're in a recession, you're in a flat space, find ways to reach out and make connections, and those connections become even more important and even more critical. So, you know, while things are flat and people are still looking at S4 and beyond as, hey, what's going to happen? Like those relationships are crucial. And you know, you said it, the team captain program's been great. The community's been amazing. It's amazing to represent, you know, Mohawks and Top Shot from that perspective. And we can't, you know, thank the folks that have stuck around with us enough. And I think that goes for all, you know, all 30 teams and a lot of the sub communities as well.
Yeah, and I know each captain is only capable of doing so much, right? But what's really cool is seeing how they're engaging in different ways, right? You have like the Grizzlies getting freaking court-side tickets. You have Atlanta doing stuff in New York and Atlanta. You've got the Sacramento community doing so much stuff. Again, not to belabor it, but like the one thing they've done really, really well is to find ways to invest in these sub communities, and I hope they continue to do it, because that, like, and I know Top Shot occasionally watches these things. Truly, that is where your flowers are. You should be continuing to do those.
Agree, and yeah, I'll even tack on more for virtual collectors and some of the trade-in programs that people have done, and some of the series and challenges and different things that the different communities have done, and you know, swag and sending things out to their, you know, their community members all over the globe. Like the in-person events have been amazing, but to tap that other community, like that's something that you know, we're still looking at all sorts of different ways to make sure we engage, and you know, big part of why we're sitting here on stream.
No, absolutely. I think it's been the coolest part. Again, and like we'll do it again. We'll share a screen right now and just show the people what's happening. Right? We got the Hawks captain, we got Aaron right there, we got CJ. No, that's not CJ, but a different Knicks captain over there. We got fans everywhere. And even JP, we got a JP sighting. We're just talking about how awesome that is. And there's JP over there in real life. And then there's double Zakarian. We got double Zakarian. It's too much. Noise. Yeah, we got a noise crowd from Maticado. Thank you for saying that. Let's remind the people to go ahead and put #Quick into there for a shot at winning this legendary moment that we're going to give away in just a little bit. I know we were going to go an hour, but based on the noise it's bumping in here, we might be a little bit shorter than that. So yeah, like the stream, subscribe, do #Quick. Jimmy, can you remind the people one more time too? I want to make sure we get this about the park refurbishment, because I know we've had a lot of people come in. I just think, like, again, it's easy to highlight all the different giveaways people are doing, whether it's tickets or moments, but I think this stuff right here, the way that you're getting involved in the community, is really special. So we'd love to hear a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's actually something that Eric and I caught up on and you know, hit it off immediately, was related to, we could do the same thing that everybody does, and we want to engage the communities, and we want to do giveaways, but we wanted to find a different way to affect the community and bridge the two, right? Bridge digital with local. You know, how can we give back, and how can we do something that's you know, sustainable, and it's beyond just Top Shot. We started calling around, you know, kudos to Eric for, you know, getting on the phone, getting on emails, you know, both of us trying to find ways to connect, you know, got engaged with several folks and several partners, and sort of found our way to, you know, basketball courts, parks are such great anchors in cities for community, kids, for, to bring people together. Can we do something? And when you initially look at a refurbishment cost, it's really expensive. So it's really important to find partners. Luckily, we're able to do that and engage with them and get connected and able to support, a broad set of refurbishments and a broad set of restorations that are happening here in Atlanta, all over the city and all over communities. But the specific one, again, that we're working with is called Adair Park. They've gone through, like, the community's gone through a lot of changes. The community's gone through a lot of ups and downs over the years. The park is beautiful, beautiful space. The basketball court now will be back down tomorrow. I'll get some better pictures, but it's amazing, like, what they've done with it, what the artist has done, the work they've put into it, the playground itself. So now you've got kind of a holistic, park to bring people to anchor for that community. So we have our contribution, aside from trying to market it up as much as we can and get donations in and get people down there. We've got some benches going in, we've got some plaques going in, and part of that is right. We want to run programs. We don't just want to say, hey, here's a new court, here's some benches, do with it what you want. We want to get some programs going. We got to get people down there to play, pick up, to play basketball, yoga in the park, sponsor some events, get the community engaged, get people from outside the Adair community into Adair Park and see it and live it. They do such a great job with events that we can only kind of tack that on.
I just want to say I very rarely share Matt's comments, especially because he just claimed to come up with a basketball idea.
Yep.
But I know he does have connections with Dominique. So
he does. So he and I have been in touch, and hopefully, or we should have a coffee tomorrow. But absolutely excited to engage with him, connect with him. He's been super awesome working with Eric and I thus far. So yeah, thanks for the shout out for sure.
I don't know if we need to thank him for shout outs, but I know baby steps. We'll share comments.
Appreciate it. So it's always much appreciated. But yeah, we want to bridge, like we said, digital with physical. We want to get the communities overlapped and integrated and connected. We think it's important, right, as we look at, our Discord community, our Twitter communities, and this group as our digital anchor. We've got our physical anchor with that park. We've got we rep our city and our team, and there's a ton of stuff that we can use this as a launch pad to do further, and not just our community, but with partnerships with other team captains, other cities. Right. This is something that from 9 Lives Lounge, they're looking at, from the court refurbishment as well. Like, this is something that we can do as a this is a small part of what we can do as a collective community.
Well, and what I love too is it makes sense with what the community is, right? Like the idea of refurbishing parks and basketball courts. It's like, yeah, that's tied into the work or the stuff, our passions, the stuff we're already interested in. So I love that. I love that tie-in. I mean, this to me is like the cool stuff, right? It's great to be able to come to an event like this and get a free beer and then go to a game. Yeah. But what's really like the lasting staying power is being able to impact that community around you,
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, it's something that Eric and I bonded over, and my, again, the personal life, sit on the board of a nonprofit, have always been oriented philanthropically and done a lot of work. And to me, if you want to make an impact quickly, right, host an event, have conversations, but if you want that to sustain, have something to anchor to and have something long term, right? That's what we're looking for out of Top Shot. That's what where everybody's anxiously awaiting Series 4 and how that looks. And when you take it to what we're doing with Adair Park and what we're doing with that community, what we're doing in the city of Atlanta, it's something to continue the conversation. What else can we do? What programs can we run? Right, with the digital community, community and folks that aren't in Atlanta, how can we work with them too? Like, it's like I said, it's awesome to get a chance to bring all that together.
Right, and I'm seeing like MW is saying like, let's do something with Special Olympics, and I like totally agree. But what I think what is so cool about this is that this is the beginning of that, right? If you're able to do this type of thing, this type of philanthropic thing, and then be able to show like, hey, here are the results of what we did for the community, both like Top Shot and the greater city community. That only show. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the shit that I'm doing with streaming. It's like, hey, look at this guest I can have on. Can I look what else I can do? And that's what you guys are doing right now by doing stuff like this. You know?
Yeah, you have to start grassroots. You have to start somewhere. I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't, talk about Dapper. That, it started somewhere. It started with CryptoKitties and breaking Ethereum, and here we are, right? So everybody, but from our perspective, exactly right. Let's engage our community. Let's figure out what we can do within it. Let's figure out how we can build from it.
And again, right, like we all want our bags to go up, but by contributing things like this to communities, and by being able to put these things in place, it provides a little relief where you're like, hey, maybe I did lose $80 on this moment, but I also put a basketball court out there. Like you're also finding other ways to engage, not only with like the inside, but also the outside with the people that you're working with. And I love that stuff. I mean, it's why I do this. Why I do this. Like I love that we're able to engage with the community in the way that we're doing it.
Oh yeah.
But Jimmy, listen, man, I've already taken up so much of your time. They're playing like pops in here now. You can feel like the bass a little bit more.
Yeah. Compare what perspective on playlist. Who had a better one?
Well, I will tell you right now, Eric hasn't complained to the bar yet about the playlist, and he did that a couple of times in Atlanta.
Fair enough. I wasn't asking Eric's perspective. I was asking yours.
Yeah, I vibed with the Atlanta one. I vibed with the Atlanta one more.
I think Eric may be more at home here right now.
Eric complained about Vanessa Carlton.
He did.
Right mind? Vanessa Carlton.
I'm embarrassed. That's
why you're on stream and Eric's over there right now. Okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
But dude, listen, I thank you so much not only for like all the work that you guys have been doing, but also for getting us involved. It's been cool to be able to come to these in real life events. New York's my home port, so it's easy to show up here. But like the Atlanta experience was such a fun time. And like if you want to geek out for a little bit, we get to hang out with Skeets for a night. That was pretty tight.
That was fantastic. Absolutely.
That was pretty tight. But seriously, we appreciate all of you guys and what you do. And like, I want to say one more thing before I get you out of here, just so you can take credit for this. We are giving away an Emmanuel Quickley legendary moment, but the Hawks community bought it.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
No, we had to give back somehow, and wanted to engage, and happy to bring an IQ to the table.
Well, the least you guys could do, I honestly like it because it's a little bit of shade, right? You're giving away their most exciting player on the platform, and it's like their eighth guy. And I love that. That's like some shade at the Knicks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Jimmy, should we send people to follow you anywhere? Is there anything we can plug before we get you out of here?
Maybe not. I'm probably pretty boring, Twitter wise, but Mohawks Atlanta. We can make sure we can get that in the. Let me get that to you, so you've got it. I think
we'll get that. We'll put that in the show notes.
We'll get Mohawks Atlanta out there. We'll get some links over and some more information on Adair Park. What we're doing with that community. Right, Top Shot Discord. You can find us there. Those are the best places. And we'll. It's probably the best place to start. And bring everybody to other places like your stream.
That was a great answer. Jimmy. All right, man. I'll get you out of here. Again, thank you. I think you probably thought you were coming on here for 10 minutes, and then I took 30 minutes of your time.
I set no expectations. All good.
That's how I approach Top Shot. No expectations. Put them on the floor easily.
Just enjoy. Enjoy the journey.
Exactly. All right, man. We'll get you out of here. Thanks again for coming in tonight.
Yeah. Y'all enjoy tonight, and I'll be watching.
Hell yeah. So shut up, Jimmy. Jimmy will get you out. Thanks again for all the stuff the Hawks community's been doing. I'm going to give you one more look at what's happening in these streets right now. What's happening in the New York City streets. But just a reminder, I know it's so damn loud in here. We're giving away an Emmanuel Quickley Hollow momentarily. You're going to like the stream. You need to subscribe to Team Hold, and you need to put hashtag Quick in the chat. I'll also say, if you're new, if you're just an Atlanta fan or a Knicks fan and you're new, we do this shit every day, Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. We do this stuff. We have so much content. Join the Discord. You can find all of our shit in the show notes. Let's join this one more time. Let's get in the studio. Let me make sure I mute the mic immediately. We're gonna mute this mic. We're mobile. Double. All right, here we go. Here's what's going on. Eric's right there checking his phone. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. We get the settlements back there. JP again. So many people are here tonight. Here, I'll stand up and get a little leader shot. Stand up over there. Yeah, there we go. Make some noise. People making some noise. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bunch of middle-aged men being mildly excited. We love to see it. We love to see it. All right, let me get out of here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm getting breaking news. Breaking news. Actually, let's get, well, I can at least, move the computer a little bit. We got Eric here again. Eric, the team captain. Just inform Eric, what are we giving away now on top of this?
On top of that legendary moment, we're going to give away, thanks to the Knicks captain and communities, we're going to give away a Ewing running back.
A Ewing running back.
And Knicks duo.
And a Knicks duo. So we just went from a Quickley running back, a Quickley legendary to a Ewing running back and a Knicks duo. So we just had Jimmy on for the last 30 minutes. He was awesome. But I'll say this too, it's very awesome what you guys are doing here. I know this is a away game for you guys, but it's incredible stuff you guys are doing.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, we're gonna get to these giveaways in just a few minutes. Eric's gonna go back out of there. So that's great, guys. We just went up, I don't know, what's that, 300%, 200%? Where did we go up? How bad is the audio and Wi-Fi right now? Are we at next level? Are we next level bad? Is this the worst that we've ever done? Or has Greg been worse? Has Dunbar been worse? Poke Pro Eric said, is that the song from Stranger Things season 4? I don't know. Yeah, crazy generous and Jason Feldman. I totally agree. But let's see. If you're gonna like the stream, subscribe quick. This is what we're gonna do, by the way. This is how we're gonna do it. That's just so rare joke after so rare, but seriously, go ahead, sign up. Nathan says audio is bad, Wi-Fi is bad, video quality is bad. I love it. All right, here we go. This is the order we're gonna do it. Knicks duo, Patrick Ewing, Emmanuel Quickley, in that order. Knicks duo, Patrick Ewing running back, and then last but not least, Emmanuel Quickley legendary. And listen, I just want to shout this out one more time. I already said it. I think what the captains are doing are incredible for Top Shot. There was a time where Team Hold got a lot of credit for keeping the vibes high when everything was down. That energy has been shifted to what the captains are doing, whether it's these in real life events, whether it's the giveaway. Remember the TSD Garden for the Celtics? They put together this fucking maze of how to in order to qualify for these giveaways. The work that they're putting in is volunteer stuff, and it really does keep the momentum going when Top Shot is quiet. And on top of that, we should shout out JP one more time because that dude has really assisted in making those vibes stay high. Because without JP, this captain's program is garbaggio, right? He's putting in so much of the work on that side of things. So shout that guy out again because I really appreciate, again, on the Team Hold, on the content creating side of things. I work with him quite a bit, whether it's hosting those streams, whether it's the Vegas show. So that dude puts in more work, and honestly, love that dude. What's up?
No t-shirts, folks.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, take it, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. We're giving away NBA Top Shot t-shirts in real time. Hell yeah, congrats, man.
It's small or big, this one? It's okay.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, of course, man. I think I just gave away a t-shirt to someone who works here. It's unclear what just happened. It's unclear. But that's what's the beauty of a live show. But yeah, JP is the GOAT. I totally agree. Love that dude. Looking forward to working with him in the future on a lot of the stuff that we do over here at Team Hold with the NBA Top Shotty. All right, are we ready for some giveaways? We're ready to cook, baby. So just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Quick in the channel in the chat, and then what we're gonna do is give away the Knicks duo, the Patrick Ewing running back, and the manual Quickley Hollow. And listen, some might argue we should do the Hollow first because that's the most expensive. That's not how it's going to work today. I make the rules. I'm in charge here. To the House says $4.99. It says cheers. To the House, thank you so much. In Atlanta, that would be a full beer. In New York, this is the beer. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I just want to say, we are also at, by the way, we are at 6,599 subs. We almost hit 6,600. I'm proud of that shit, all right? I am proud of that shit. I am very proud of that shit. Also, I just got some breaking news here. Ooh, that's a bummer. We're not going to break that news here. We're not going to break that news here because the vibes are good. The vibes are good. Why would we break that kind of news? So that's what we're going to do. People saying get it to 666. Old Ace is High saying, do you have t-shirts in triple X? Double X. I've never even sniffed an X. I can't. The closest X I've gotten to is 3X's if we're talking about porn. All right, here we go. Let's get this shit away. Let's get this shit away so I can go hang out with some people. Because right now I'm like a psychopath because there's a full bar of people and I'm in a corner on a MacBook being like, oh shit, what news? Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's bad. It's bummer news. There's some bummer dapper news in the street. Mike, is your tab sponsored? No, not today. Today we are invited. People are saying you can find it. You can find it online. Dapper made some decisions. To move some people. But we're not going to end on that note, okay? Find that in the Discord because we're about to give away stuff. But yeah, there's some bummer news. You guys ready? Let's see. What are we at here? We are at 139 entrants, but only 110 watching. Some of you guys are pricks. Here's the thing. You got to shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian if you win any of these, all right? At Mike Zakarian on Twitter, or if you're in our Discord, you can join there, and then send me a DM on Discord to let me know. So let me know what your Top Shot username is. Here we go. Let's do this shit right now. New York Knicks. We got Oasis playing. Thank God Oasis is on. I've been requesting that since 3 o'clock. Here we go. Our winner is Chewy. Chewy with a big W for the Knicks. The Knicks duo. All right, there we go. That's our first winner. Shout out Chewy. Let's keep it going. This is for the Patrick Ewing run it back. Here we go. The Patrick Ewing run it back moment. Also, we got some breaking news right here. In the darkness, look, we got it's dark in here. We got Jack Settlement. Look at Jack.
Let's go, Will.
Dude, Will with a big jump. This is a Patrick Ewing run it back.
Wait,
Will right there.
Quick though.
The quick's going right now. Do you want to be the one to hit the clip?
Well, hold on.
Let
me get the video, guys.
Oh, yeah. Hit the video. Also, Mag Attack just dropping a 10 spot because he knows we're in New York. You have to do $10 in order to get a beer here. Thank you, Mag Attack. We're about to do the Emmanuel Quickley. We're going to give that away here. And in true Jack form, we're going to do content.
Oh, it's always the content play.
All right. So this is Emmanuel Quickley Hollow being given away right now. Jack, can you enter this?
I didn't.
That's good.
Do I have one?
I'm sure you do.
Maybe I should enter.
Actually,
It's
no.
not for me. It's for the people.
It's for the people. Thank you for letting the people get one. All right, here we go. This is for an Emmanuel Quickley Hollow moment being given away from the Hawks captain, which is the most insane part about all of this.
That is crazy.
Right?
The
It's
winner
going to
is
Ryan Zag. Ryan Zag, been one of the OGs here for a while. People are asking about settlement source. I love that comment.
Sources.
Right there.
Ryan Zig just won an Emmanuel Quickley Hollow. Let's go.
That's incredible. Jack, we're gonna wrap this up. Yeah, there's Ryan right there. Do you have any predictions for tonight's Knicks Hawks game?
Trae Young will be shorter than the average United States male. The Knicks will win by 6. I like RJ Barrett over on points, Mitchell Robinson over on rebounds. What else are you looking for?
No, that was great. We took a shot at short people and then gave out locks.
Yeah,
I think that's like the combination of really good things to do. All right, we're gonna wrap there. Listen, shout out Jack for being here. Shout out the Knicks captains and the Hawks captains.
No, not the Hawks.
We won't. No, we have to shout out the Hawks captains. The Knicks captains never reached out, so the Hawks captains get the love. We shout out JP one more time because that dude's the GOAT. We are out of here so I can stop streaming on a shitty camera and bad.